minutes for February 4th, 2013. Has everyone had a chance to take a look at the minutes?
I read them, Mr. Chairman. I would move that we accept them as printed.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Discussion. All those in favor, raise your right hand. Opposed, the same. Okay. Carried. Okay, let's go ahead with the claims for check date 2/19/2013.
I would make a motion we approve the claims with perhaps a memorandum sent out to the coroner on proper use of mileage.
Okay.
Which I guess at this time, I guess what I'm saying is we're going to approve his claim. I don't know how to not approve it,
I agree.
but we need some changes made, so that would be my motion.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Discussion. All those in favor, raise the right hand. Opposed, the same. Approved. With recommendation for the coroner that we're
Well, really, it's well spelled out in the manual, and so if we just send that paragraph to him along with maybe any further explanation it needs to take care of.
you want that then?
Yes.
Okay, Pam, did you have anything?
I do. I have a couple things. A couple requests to use the county facilities. One is the Junior Achievement Car Show coming up August the 3rd from 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. Julie Copeland, who usually organizes it, wanted to be able to utilize the courthouse lawn again and the gazebo area like she's done in the past. She will need electricity. She has already contacted the city to make those arrangements as well, and maintenance has been contacted as well. We're just looking at approval for the August the 3rd date for the car show.
Make a motion to approve it.
Got a motion?
Second.
Got a second? Discussion? Those in favor, raise the right hand. Opposed, the same. Approved.
And then I have another request from the Compassionate Friends chapter. She said that they've done this before August the 10th, 2013, from 7:30 a.m. to 9. They're doing a walk to remember.
You've done that for
Yeah, it's a 2-mile walk through the city, is what she says, but they start at the courthouse lawn and utilize the gazebo. They won't need any electricity or anything. They just have a focal point, a start point, and get there and gather and then do their walk. So she being Sharon Brockhouse, the chapter leader,
Saturday?
August the 10th.
Must be
I
if
don't know,
the third is
If the
Saturday.
third Saturday,
Third Saturday, okay.
Okay.
So moved, be approved.
second.
Got a motion, got a second.
Yes, both are Saturdays.
Discussion? All those in favor, raise the right hand. Opposed, the same. It's approved.
And did everyone get the numbers on the workers?
No.
I don't think you had done it today. I know Tom's had one. That was just an update from
Here it is.
Paula.
Yeah, thank you.
Do we know what we got in the jail right now? Tom, do you know
What do we have?
what the jail's got?
I don't know what the jail count is.
I don't either. I haven't heard. And the only other thing I wanted to make sure everybody had a copy of the premium percentages for insurance, correct?
Right, I think everyone.
Copy, okay.
John, do you have one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, okay.
Yep, thank you.
That's all I have.
on this, with the insurance, we don't really want any discussion at this point. We are working with the insurance, our health insurance company at this point, trying to do the best for our employees that we can, and it's, we're going through everything. It's hard with Obamacare right now because we don't know really what the mandate is, and it's difficult for our insurance company to even tell us.
I think we had a $300,000 increase,
Last year,
Last year.
so we can't afford another $300,000 increase.
okay, Tom, do you got anything?
Nope, Mr. Chairman, thank you.
Don? The only thing I have is, Dan's not here, but, we're working on, trying to work on the agreement with the hydrant rental, going through the contracts. I know that the TIF district, the ones in the TIF district will be paid off as of December 29th, 2015. And, the ones on Van Buren, we're just not sure. Dan's looking at that right now. We'll be talking to the mayor, and maybe we can find out his thoughts on that.
Does this 1988 agreement include the East Van Buren ones? I'm sorry to say, I haven't had time to read down through here. Or is this a resolution ratifying a privilege agreement between the city?
It's just for Lincoln Way, East Waterway.
In the TIF district. This is the TIF district with the water tower? Okay, all right, thank you. So we really don't know then, I mean, this is a question and a comment. We don't know then why we're being charged for the ones headed east, out on East Van Buren?
Right.
Okay, so that can be a topic of discussion.
$781 per hydrant every year.
My lips are sealed.
Well, then you want to talk about parking?
So you buy your lunch for next time.
This-
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
The one from 1995 is actually for the TIF district. That's the one that was the storage tank, right?
Yeah.
And then the one from 1988 is actually the one, and Tom, it goes out to City Ford. Is that where that goes out to?
City Ford, and then it jumps across to Park 30, goes down, and Quessy School jumps back to the south side of 30, and goes on out to County Line. That's where they had to feed the line on out to SDI.
Okay.
And since then, we have made changes coming back around for the volume of water, mainly water. And of course, we've added on for Rail Park, which was new.
Right.
And anyone else in Park 30, the water and sewage is there, but there is hookup that they are to pay the hookup fee. But along those ways, there's, I think according to 1988, there are 9 hydrants. And we are paying for those 9 hydrants for maintenance. The city will maintain them, but we have to pay them. The rate of $633 a year or something.
781 now.
$781.
They just raised it on us.
So, and after 20 years when that was put in, it's all given, including the water tower there by Shively Grain. All that is given to the city, and then we should be out of it. And you say it's 1915.
2015.
2015,
Yeah.
sorry.
December 29th.
Okay.
So when you built the building here, did we have an agreement also for the hydrants that we have here? Or, you know, because we're paying, that's an additional, but besides these 2 contracts, we're still paying at least, I think there's 5 or 6 that we're paying for the,
I don't know, we should, I can't answer that, I should, I was on board at that time, but The only thing, rest assured, I can tell you what the hookup fee was, cause I'll take that to the hole in the ground with those figures on my forehead. But I don't know about fire hydrant, how many fire hydrants they need in case this was on fire, I don't know.
I know we're
But
paying,
evidently, all of them.
yeah, we're paying for the ones all around the courthouse, the annex for this building.
I suppose they could legally say we have to pay for those, but do we have to pay for them forever? Do businesses pay for a fire hydrant that's right outside?
That's what we need to look into.
Oh, I just found something interesting in this one. This 1988 agreement is for a total of 9 hydrants. So this would be the ones that run out to, this agreement was signed, this was a Delmer, Tom, and Chick Harker. Okay, it says the county will design, construct, and install pursuant to the plan specification, a 16-inch water main from the existing valve pit located at the intersection of Lincoln Way, County Road 100 South and Tower View Drive, east and along County Road 100 South, southerly to Gateway Industrial Park. But here's what I find interesting. Paragraph 4. Upon acceptance of the water line, county agrees to pay the city the annual fire hydrant rental fee for any hydrants located along the water line not within the corporate boundaries of the city of Columbia City.
True.
So,
Which, okay, then it goes on to say, should the city annex any portion of the area served by the water line, i.e. Eagle Glen, the city will then assume payment of the hydrant rental fee for hydrants located in such area. So I don't know if you could take 9 hydrants out of that, but certainly from 1988 till present, there's been some annexation taking place. And we are responsible, the way I'm reading it, we're responsible for any hydrants located along the water line not within the corporate boundaries of the city of Columbia City.
what it says.
So, I think it's a point of discussion with them.
And I think it's interesting that if you look at the one for the TIF area, that there was a time that we didn't pay, that it was missed, and I think the city, or the county had to pay $64,000 to the city. Did you see?
I do know that there was a time when this was discussed, and this is when Mr. Albright and Mr. Pettigrew were commissioners in the South. We met with city council, a couple of city council members, and tried to iron out an arrangement. And I'm not sure, it wasn't me, I'm not sure which one of the other commissioners served, but they sat down and talked about it, but I don't think, I can't remember that total of amount ever being discussed with us, but I'm not saying it couldn't have happened. No.
Yeah, it says right here, the city and the commission hereby acknowledge that no fee has been paid as of this date of this amendment, and the fee due from the city.
Ooh,
It says from the city
yeah.
instead of to the city. That's interesting.
Uh-huh.
Was $64,000. Shall be due from the city to the commission.
Because you got to remember, the city ends up with everything when? It's coming up, right? 17?
That out there, 2015.
Yeah, that's what he's looking at.
Huh.
That's the water line and storage tank, and that ends up 15?
I believe.
Okay,
Is that right, George?
Yes. Yes.
all right.
20 at the end of 15, so we got 2 more years,
City.
and that's a yearly fee.
They get all the revenue off of it.
Well, they us 25%. Or 75% is what they pay us back. They keep 25% of that rental fee for the maintenance. This- That's on the TIF area, only on the TIF area.
So it's not in this agreement?
No,
You
it's
don't
not
put-
in that
okay.
agreement.
Okay, all right. I knew you guys had said that there was some kind of rebate deal. That's what you're referring to, right?
Yeah.
That's what you're referring to as a rebate? Okay. All right. So instead of charging us $700 and some per hydrant, why don't they just charge us 25% of that? And call it quits.
See,
I'm just gonna tell the public right up front, this group wants, we have to work with the city on issues. We have to. There can't be a divide between the city of Columbia City and the county of Whitley County. It can't happen. We have to work together for the whole good of the county, but what's fair is fair too, and that's all so when we're sitting here talking about the city, we obviously wanna work with the city, and we want one big happy family, but just a few things have to be ironed out, so.
the only other thing that I have is, our engineer did a study on,
Bridge.
Hume Bridge, on what, we get property tax revenue, vehicle excise tax, interest, principal, what's the CVET?
Commercial vehicle excise tax, it's probably a very small.
Yeah, $5,000 to $7,000.
Yeah.
But our Hume Bridge has been going down, and part of the problem is our vehicle excise tax that the county, or the state gave us, has gone down from $79,000 in 2005 down to $19,000 in 2012.
Under what column is that?
And that's the
CVET.
vehicle excise tax. It doesn't seem like that would have gone down from almost 80,000 down to 20,000.
Is that when the state, didn't they cut back on the excise tax that we had to pay and things? When did that, because we don't pay as much for our license plates now as we used to, is that right now? Don't hold me to that. It
Yeah.
seems to me at one time they cut the amount of tax of car owners,
You're
truck
right,
owners
yeah.
back, but I can't remember the year, I'm just trying to.
But in 2010, it was 51,000, then in 11, it went to 22,000, and then 2012, we only got 19,000. And it doesn't make sense.
Did you compare it to my township numbers? Because I didn't.
No.
But the only way auto excise tax is ever gonna, can grow is people have to buy new cars. They have to buy more expensive cars. Because if you look at the excise tax you pay on your vehicle, if you've had it 2 or 3 years, you'll recognize you're not paying as much each year.
Right.
Well, that comes back to us, so we're not gonna get as much. And with the economy the way it's been since 2008, there's no great surprise to me that it's not growing.
Yeah, but in 2012, they sold 15 million cars again.
Well, and I think it goes back to, I hate to harp on it, but I think it goes back to, how do you trust the state figures?
Well, and I have tried to get a hold of Jim Banks on this, and I haven't heard anything back from him.
Okay, all right. See, I think the state has proven, any taxes we pay that goes to the state to come back to us, I just don't have a warm fuzzy feeling that we're getting our fair share back, so.
It's kind of like 911 funds.
It's exactly like that. It's exactly like that. So, you know,
Okay, we got anything from the public?
I'll make a comment about what you were just talking about from the point of view that when you've got fuel costs that have been on their way up now steadily for almost 5 years,